Hello and welcome to Beyond the Game, right here on Idea Television. The show takes you beyond the pitch, the scores and stats to champion integrity, inclusivity and innovation in the world of sport. Powered by cutting-edge technology and groundbreaking research. An educative, fun and interesting show that keeps you glued to your TV screens. I am dearest Eva, and I am thrilled to take you guys on a roller coaster ride in the world of sports and innovation. And of course, let's keep the conversation going. Follow us across all our social media platforms at Idea Television and stay connected with everything beyond the game. Very good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Game right here on Idea Television. I am your host, dearest Mba, and of course, I promise to take you guys on a roller coaster ride in the world of sports. I'm not alone in the studio today. I have my guest with me. He's an extremate, a football coach, and a diehard Real Madrid fan. He's none other than Tebit Fred. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
I'm pleased.
All right, Fred, who will win the Ballon d'Or?
There's a whole lot of candidates.
All right, hold that thought. We go on a break now. When we come back, the show continues. Welcome back to Beyond the Game. If you're just joining us, you're right on track. All right, Fred, I asked the question, who will win the Ballon d'Or? But before we go into the Ballon d'Or topic, let's talk a little bit about the UEFA Nations League finals. Yes, big ups to Cristiano Ronaldo and the Portuguese national team for winning their second Nations League title, making them the only team in Europe to win that prestigious trophy. Why do you think Spain lost that particular game? I mean, the world was expecting Lamine Yamal to do one of his tricks. And there's something I love so much about Yamal as a player. People oftentimes compares his footballing prowess to that of Lionel Messi, but his personality with Cristiano Ronaldo. And so it's like a blend of both. But then this was the first time of him playing against a legend like Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think playing against someone like that just kind of affected him a little bit? Or he just had a bad game?
I think it's the pride of every player, it's the joy of every young player, once being a ball boy, seeing an idol of, huge icon like Cristiano Ronaldo, and then coming to play against him. Guy, this is big, it's massive. Well, with regards to the game, it is but normal, I keep telling people there's a difference between youthfulness and experience.
Okay.
There's a difference between agility and experience. There's a difference between precipitation and speed. You get me? We do make mistakes when it comes to those things. If you look at the Portuguese team, despite the fact that they were late, twice in the game, before having the penalty shootout, that actually defined the winner of the game. If you look at the game critically, Cristiano Ronaldo was something else. Yeah. We know he's facing some deficiency in terms of speed, in terms of strength, body flares and gesture and kind of stuff like that. But what matters in football is the mindset, the mentality.
True.
And Ronaldo has always, he always have that winning mentality, and that's what's keeping him going, and the leadership quality in him, harnessing the boys around him, making things happen around him, And then if you look at his humility, he's always humble. And that's why when they took him out, he accepted going out. Why? Because he thinks the future is no more with him.
True.
The future is now with those coming up. And that's what leadership is all about.
The likes of Nuno Mendes.
And then that's somebody we need to talk about in the show. Yeah.
We will.
Lamine Yamal is a great player. I love him. Not a great player. He's a good player. Because being great means you must have attained the peak of consistency that warrants greatness in you, that gives greatness in you. Yeah, but for now, I think he's on the right reel. He's doing things just right. But comparing him with Lionel Messi, like you said, I don't think it's the right time to do that.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, you think playing against his idol, playing against a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, when Ronaldo literally won most of his, trophies,
Yeah.
Yamal
he was a ball boy. He was a ball. No,
he was still a baby at the time.
You remember? There's a game between I think Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Sergio Ramos happened to hold hands with Lamine Yamal. He held Yamal's hand as his usher.
Okay.
You get it, and the videos are there. You can go for it, and it tells you how kids grow faster nowadays and how talents are being brought to their light. I mean, and how they learn from the old ones and how they develop, what they learn from the old ones to their taste and to the taste of the world.
True.
Yamal's football is of a different dimension as of now, but it's yet and still to watch.
All right. I love the fact you said it that way. But do you think, judging from football from, the time of Messi, Ronaldo, comparing it to now, do you think football is a little bit easy? Because you look at the list of players, in contention for that prestigious award and you're like,
There's no battle for Ballon d'Or like it were before. That flair. You're thinking, is it Ronaldo? Is it Messi? 20 years fighting for a single trophy, single individual trophy. Two candidates, two top-notch players fighting for a single, trophy. It's big. But nowadays, you cannot figure out two to fight. You talk about, now you talk about Yamal, you talk about Rafinha, you talk about Dembele, you talk about Mbappe, because Mbappe is even in the race.
Sure.
And don't forget that Cristiano Ronaldo in 2013 won the Ballon d'Or without winning any trophy.
Sure.
Madrid went trophyless and nothing. He had only the golden boot that season. I think so. If my thoughts are right, he has only the golden boot, and he won the Ballon d'Or. So Mbappe can still win Ballon d'Or. That's why I said, as at now, the stats for winning the Ballon d'Or are there, but the players to winning the Ballon d'Ors are not yet. We can't say with certainty.
So Spain lost that particular, tournament. We didn't see enough of Lamine Yamal, especially in 1v1 situations. But one player we saw enough was Nuno Mendes. Is it the future of Portuguese football?
I won't say that because, like I always say, for me to rate you good, I must see some consistency in you.
Okay.
It's not a one-day game. It's not by one match played.
Mm-hmm.
It's by numerous matches, plenty of such, and giving the same quality, giving the same, those things. You must maintain the same height, the same peak, in order for it to be mentioned in the books.
All right.
Someone like Nuno Mendes, he actually made it personally. He took that challenge, that he's going to stop Lamine Yamal. The world was saying that nobody can stop Lamine Yamal.
He was just too good.
But that notwithstanding, we saw one Nuno Mendes, and that's why he won the best player of the tournament.
The tournament,
yeah. No, was the best player of the finals or best player of the tournament? Best player of the finals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we saw him winning the best player of the finals, man of the match, MVP of the match, And then you saw him, I would say, padlocking. He actually padlocked Yamal. Boom. I don't know what went wrong, but there are bad days.
I just feel like experience, came into play.
No, it's not about experience.
Because I feel like Portugal
Yamal,
more experience.
One-on-one, Yamal, Nuno Mendes, it's not about experience.
Okay.
It's about bad day. Because on a good day, Lamine Yamal will take on Mendes. But it's left to be seen. As at now, Mendes has the edge. Mendes has the upper hand. We can't say anything about that. All we can say about Lamine Yamal is that he had a bad day.
Right.
And being as young as it is, 19 years, we wish
17 years.
17 years, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We wish him fruitful days ahead. And we wish Mendes too fruitful days ahead.
All
because right. I believe there will be a replay of this game, and that replay might come up in the World Cup.
Obviously.
So you also see that?
Yeah. Speaking of the World Cup and, Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know. I'm tipping Portugal to win the World Cup. And after winning the UEFA Nations League, you could just put them in that conversation as one of the clear favorites to win the World Cup. And of course, there's still Argentina. There's Spain. Spain currently, for me, the best team in the world right now, undeniably. I don't know if you have a contrary opinion. And there's France, the France national team. But I'm tipping Portugal. And you said something about Cristiano Ronaldo. You said he got substituted and he accepted it, with so much, so much grace.
Yeah.
That's not Ronaldo we know. I remember a game against Tottenham Hotspur when Erik ten Hag, was it ten Hag?
Yeah, Erik ten Hag, when he was in Manchester United.
Him. And he left it. He walked down the tunnel with with anger. And now we're seeing a different Ronaldo that is more calm. He's now understanding that, oh, I'm at the peak of my career. So it's time to allow the young lads shine. And I love that. And if you remember what happened in Qatar 2022, the entire Argentine team played for Lionel Messi. It wasn't even about the nation alone. It was about Lionel Messi. It's like, we will do this for Messi. And I am seeing that with Portugal. And that's why I'm tipping Portugal to win the World Cup.
Yeah, you were talking about Ronaldo being substituted, coming out, happily, and taking his bench, sitting on his, it's but normal. Like I always say, you lead by example.
Yeah.
You understand? Ronaldo has done a lot for the Portuguese national team.
True.
Since Ronaldo came to the Portuguese national team, they've qualified for every tournament, none missed. Every tournament, World Cup, Euros, they've been there. Each time there's a tournament, Portugal is there. But the lack of commitment, like I'll say, a tree doesn't make a forest. Ronaldo alone cannot be crowned a forest. But he needs too many people around him, to make that forest. And then you talk about Lionel Messi having, the Argentine team, the support system with, those are the things we expect from this national side.
Okay.
Playing with a belief and playing for someone, the thing can be like making making that match or making that tournament memorable for themselves and for their idol. Because as it stands, I'll tell you, Ronaldo has done a lot for individually among the players. We know what goes on. It might not be on the social media, but because we have people that are being connected to, they say those things.
Yeah.
You can see it in the charity homes. So Ronaldo is an open-handed person. Like, people will say it's a bust, or people will say it's rumors, but I'll tell you what he did after winning these finals to the players. He gave out. There was a massive give out on the players. Those are the things we will not say it on platform, but I'm saying it so that people should know, those who hate Ronaldo should understand that away from football, you can hate his football because you like someone else's football, but don't hate him as a person.
So do you think Portugal stand a chance in winning the World Cup?
Well, it all depends. Like I'll say, it's commitment. Portugal, they had a much more bigger team than what they have now.
Yes.
But that's not what defines victory. What defines victory is commitment.
Okay.
Commitment, consistency is what defines victory.
Commitment,
victory is all about the mindset, and commitment is about the mindset. You get it? Discipline is part of commitment, because if you are committed to a particular cause, you'll be disciplined towards that cause.
Okay, so do you think luck and timing also plays a role? Because if you look at Paris Saint-Germain's story to winning the Champions League, they were in the finals in 2020 during COVID. They lost to Bayern Munich, and they've been pushing to win it. They've come close many times, but they didn't. Now this year, it happened with so much ease. Watching that final against Inter Milan was just a beauty to watch, but also an annihilation against Inter Milan. So it felt like, oh, this was the right time. Don't you think there's something called the right time to win a particular trophy? And do you think this is the time for Ronaldo to actually win? Because after this World Cup, there might not be another World Cup for Ronaldo.
It's rhetorical, but I'll come in. We say the right time is because we have it already.
Okay.
If it happens that Portugal goes to win the World Cup, they will say it was the right time for Portugal because they won it.
True.
But if they end up not winning it, it won't be the right time. They'll still say the right time is yet to come. Just like Argentina, they did, and it's the right time. You understand? But what I'm saying is, for you to win any tournament, there's a bit of luck factor. How does luck factor come in football? Let me tell you how luck comes in football. Like we always say in pidgin English or in pidgin parlance that luck the fool na only person wey sabi.
Yeah.
You get me? You must have the technical and the tactical know-how in order for you to achieve luck, in order for luck to be by your side, sorry. You get it? Yeah. And if you have the tactical and technical know-how for luck to be by your side, you need to be committed.
All right, so you're still standing on commitment.
It's a whole juice that boils down to luck. If you don't have those juice, if it's not juicy, luck will never come in play. Because now, you need to be committed. You understand? And commitment has some factors very big too. Discipline. You understand? And then luck will come to it.
All right. enough of Ronaldo. Let's talk the Ballon d'Or now. We have the top 10 contenders to win that particular award. And we have Ashraf Hakimi. He won the UCL with Paris Saint-Germain, of course. He won the Coupe de France, the Ligue 1, the Trophy des Champions. And you know, he scored a goal. He scored a goal in the final. He played a major role to PSG winning the Champions League. But my question now is, he's not the only one. We have Visha Varaskelia, we have Desiree Doué, we have Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, Kylian Mbappe, we have Mohamed Salah, we have Rafinha. But the people on everyone's list is Lamine Yamal and Ousmane Dembele. My question is, what makes you win the Ballon d'Or? What is the thing that differentiates you from every other player in a calendar year that gives you the award? Now, we've seen players who did not win the Ballon d'Or. They won the World Cup. They didn't win the Ballon d'Or. They won the Champions League that season. West won the treble with Inter Milan in 2010. But Messi was obviously he was the best player, obviously. But then, do we judge it based on trophies won or individual performance? Because over time, people feel, and football fans, being extremists, as I would like to call them, they will never agree when things happen. But the last Ballon d'Or was won by Rodri, the Manchester City player, and people still felt it could have gone to Vinicius. But then I felt Rodri was better because he won the Euros, he won the Champions League with Manchester City, he won the league with Manchester City. He is a complete player. So for me, if you ask me who deserves the Ballon d'Or, it's someone that I want to call a game changer. Someone that his impact is always felt when he plays for both country and club. Are we saying, because Kylian Mbappe was asked in an interview who deserves the Ballon d'Or, and he said Ousmane Dembele. I was not shocked. He's a fellow countryman, and he plays for PSG. But my point is, Lamine Yamal, as an individual, he surpassed so many expectations.
Permit me, are you going for Lamine Yamal? For
no, I'm just saying, I'm trying to compare the two.
Okay.
Ousmane Dembele had a great season. Don't get me wrong. He won the Champions League. He won the League Cup. He won the, domestic titles in France. Yes, but prior to this season, we've never put Ousmane Dembele in conversation regarding even the top 10 players in the world. But he had a great season. Does that qualify him to be the number one contender for the Ballon d'Or?
Like I would say, the first thing about this Ballon d'Or, permit me adjust myself because this one is too big. The first thing about the Ballon d'Or is that there's a whole lot of controversy looming around the Ballon d'Or. You know, the stats, the criteria for winning the Ballon d'Or, you know, they are not being met and respected. That's the first thing, and that goes to FIFA and the Ballon d'Or giver and the UEFA and all the bodies involving behind that prestigious trophy, individual trophy. And then I'll come again to say that, like it stands now, I can't actually pinpoint a particular player winning the Ballon d'Or. If I'm saying that here, it means I'm dwelling on my personal opinion on what I like.
Yeah.
But for the global viewers and for everybody outside there, I will say till the votes are being counted and the result is being out, we can't say for sure Dembele is going to win, Yamal or Mbappe or Vitinha or Varaskelia or whosoever we might call here is going to win the Ballon d'Or. Now, I believe the Ballon d'Or is not like before. It's really a cooked something. Because you mentioned too many, you actually paraphrased too many misgiven Ballon d'Ors, which is not supposed to be, but we had to take it because it came from the givers. Okay. You understand? And furthermore on that, I will say, if it goes to Yamal, fine. If it goes to Dembele, fine. If it goes to whoever, fine. But all I want to say to FIFA and all the Ballon d'Or organizers, if they can hear me, they should hear me very well. We should stick to what we see, and we should not change it. And we should give the Ballon d'Or to whoever deserve it and merit it. If it's Lamine Yamal, give it to him. If it's Dembele, give it to him. It's for who won the highest number of trophies per season, give it to the person. That's my take on that. With that, I don't have anything to say.
All right. Well, we've had players that have been robbed of the Ballon d'Or, although they had a very amazing year. They won with both club and country. And yet still failed to win it. Although some will blame it on the dominance of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, we've had players like Frank Ribery, Arjen Robben, even Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Adri Pirlo, Iniesta, Xavi, Virgil van Dijk, and so many other players. Even it's interesting to know that a player like Paolo Maldini never won the Ballon d'Or. As amazing as he was, during his time. And so many others, even Dennis Bergkamp. There's like so many players that has been robbed, even though they had a great season, even though their team won the World Cup, even though they won the Champions League. But then there were factors that really hampered their chances of winning. So, like you said, the organizer should be fair and they should stick to what they tell us. We know people who make this vote are coaches, captains of clubs and countries. Hopefully, when they come together to decide who to give the Ballon d'Or to, they give it to the right person and not just because. Ousmane.
And that's why you find
not because Ousmane Dembele is
that's why
French
you find some clubs they will rally behind their players. Like now,
True.
Madrid is rallying behind Kylian Mbappe for winning the Golden Boots and to win the Ballon d'Or. Barcelona, on the other hand, they are struggling now to rally, though there's a confusion between the captain, Rafinha, and Yamal.
Rafinha or Yamal, who will you give it to?
I'll give it to Rafinha.
I'll
do you
give
know
it
why?
to Yamal.
No. Do you know I'll give it to Rafinha?
All right, your reason.
Rafinha took the captain ban after Stegen.
But he didn't win nothing with Brazil.
No, let me tell you, it's not about winning something with Brazil.
Yamal at 16 won the Euros with Spain.
We know. It's not about the national team. The national team has a role to play. But now when you have people in the national team...
If it's not about the national team, remind me why Messi won it in 2023 after winning the World Cup.
No, I said it's not all about the national team. I didn't say it's not about the national team. I said it's not all about the national team.
Okay.
The national team, you've been... in season that the national team doesn't have any major trophy to play, what do you say about it? The Ballon d'Or should not be given. It should be given. There are seasons that we don't play the World Cup. There are seasons that we don't play the CONCACAF. We don't play the Euros. We don't play the AFCON. There are seasons. So should we strip up the Ballon d'Or from the season calendar?
No,
we have to. So that's why I said it's not all about. I didn't say it's not about national team. It's not all about national team. Your contribution should be felt everywhere. You get it, including friendlies, including club, including. But why do I go for Rafinha? It's thanks to Rafinha's leadership that Lamine Yamal, is shining, because there's always an umbrella.
Okay.
You understand? Just like it's thanks to Ronaldo's leadership that Nuno Mendes had to padlock Yamal. You understand? It took Ronaldo to actually school the boy on how to tackle the young lad called Yamal.
Oh, we can also give thanks to Lionel Messi for baptizing him as a young child. We're going on another break now. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about transfers. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back. Let's talk transfers now. The transfer window opened on the 1st of June and will close today, the 10th of June, ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup. And it will reopen again on the 16th of June. Now, Chelsea have been the most busy in the transfer market. They recently just signed Liam Delap from Ipswich to give Nicholas Jackson a run for his money. But then football fans are scared because of the curse of the number 9. Now, Chelsea has had many people adorn the number 9 jersey and it didn't work out so well. We've had the likes of Tony Casarino, Gianluca Vialli, Jimmy Floyd Hesubank, Fernando Torres, Tammy Abraham, Romelu Lukaku, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and so many others, even Alvaro Morata. But is there really a curse on the number 9, or they were just unfortunate?
No. If there's a curse, you definitely talk about DJ Drogba.
DJ Drogba adorned the number 11 jersey. So what?
Okay, you're talking about the number 9 jersey?
Yeah, that particular number 9 jersey.
Well, I don't know, but I don't think there's anything in football called curse.
Okay.
I just believe you can only give what you have. And to give what you have is based on training. The way you play is the way you train. The way you train is the way you play. So the harder you do it, the better for you. The more commitment you put in your game during training, that's the same commitment you put during matches. There's no magic in football. The only magic in football that I know is training. You train hard, you believe in God, things will come your way.
The God factor. I mean, if you ask a player like Ronaldo what makes him successful, he always tell you, keeps it like straight and simple, hard work. I mean, you can talk about talent. Talent is good, but hard work is better. Because no matter how talented you, we've seen so many players that we would have sworn that these people would go on to surpass Messi and Ronaldo. But then along the line, I don't know if they got lazy. So I believe hard work. But then again, if you check the stats, the numbers, they don't lie. We've had so many people who done the number 9 jersey for Chelsea and they failed to deliver. And you talked about Drogba. Drogba wore 11. Maybe why not give them the number 11 jersey and take away the number 10? Number 9, I beg your pardon. Maybe it will work. But you see Liam Delap fitting into Enzo Maresca's pattern in Chelsea.
I think as it stands now, the only person I think that can actually fit into Enzo Maresca tactic for that position number 9 is Osimhen.
Osimhen.
And this guy coming from the championship, I don't know, but let's see how it goes.
All right, let's see how that goes. But speaking of Osimhen, he's been in the transfer news for a while now, and it's like today we are hearing he might be making a move to Al Hilal, and it's already certain, but then we're hearing another thing. What is the way for Osimhen? Why is there so much confusion with his transfer out of Napoli?
I don't know who is Osimhen's agent. But I think there's an agent factor in it that we need to actually approach. We need to approach it from the agent factor. And then from the agent factor, we can now know what's going on. Because it's but good. You want to play in Europe. You want to make your impact in Europe.
Yeah.
But that's not enough. Why do you play football? If someone should ask you. Away from the passion you have for the game.
Money, obviously.
Money, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you go for the money then?
So are you advising him to go to Al Hilal, get all the money? I mean, the offer is tempting. They are offering so much money.
I'm not advising Osimhen to go for the money. I'm simply advising Osimhen to do what's right for him, what he thinks is right for him. And if he thinks going about the way what he's going about is the right thing, then fine for him. Because offers of such
don't come all
the time. You understand?
Very
He had it last year, and this year, before going to Galatasaray, he had it, and after Galatasaray, he's still having it. Do you think he will have it after wherever he goes to this time around?
I think he's just an amazing striker, and I feel like he's going to work out for him anywhere he goes. And Chelsea are on his radar, even Manchester United, Arsenal. But I mean, so many football fans want him to come to Chelsea because he's a big admirer of Chelsea growing up. But then again, I'll rather have him go to where he will be, much appreciated and above all make money, because football, it's not something you do for a lifetime. Everything has time. And looking at how well our Nigerian footballers have fared abroad, I think I would just advise him to go for the money.
There's no retirement benefit in football.
Yes, so go for the money.
You only save what you earn to prepare for your retirement.
All
and
right.
moreover again, Osimhen to me, if they have to count 3 great attackers now in the world, Osimhen should be in it. I don't know if it's the luck factor that a big club is not coming for him. But I think going to Chelsea will create a good fan base for Chelsea. Both in the country here and outside.
All right. Our time is fast spent, but before we go, Mike Maignan, the AC Milan goalkeeper, has told AC Milan he wants to leave the club, preferably move to Chelsea. And Chelsea are on his radar. Let's see if he will make that move tonight before the transfer market closes. Fred, any final words before I let you go?
Well, I would say I wish for the Ballon d'Or contenders, whoever wins it, kudos to you. And that Lamine Yamal should keep doing what he's doing. We are proud of him. We know where he comes from. And let him keep doing what he's doing.
All right, keep doing what you're doing. The words of Tabit Fred. Thank you so much for being on the show with me. To our amazing viewers, do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms at Idea Television, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the much we can take on the show for today. Until the next episode, I remain your beautiful host, Dearest Mba. Until next time, stay happy and stay blessed. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to Beyond the Game, right here on Idea Television. The show takes you beyond the pitch, the scores and stats to champion integrity, inclusivity and innovation in the world of sports, powered by cutting-edge technology and groundbreaking research. An educative, fun and interesting show that keeps you glued to your TV screens. I am Dearest Mba, and I am thrilled to take you guys on a roller coaster ride in the world of sports and innovation. And of course, let's keep the conversation going. Follow us across all our social media platforms at Idea Television and stay connected with everything beyond the game. Hello and welcome